So with completing the square when a is greater than 1, there's one extra step that we need to remember. So step 1 is still the same. We're going to rewrite as ax squared plus bx equals c. So I'm going to go ahead and move my c term to the other side. So I have 4x squared plus 8x equals 5. And then I'm going to go ahead and the new step is to divide the whole equation by a. So we're trying to get rid of our a term so we can easily factor this. So after I've subtracted my c, the new step is to divide by a. Okay, so I'm going to divide both sides by a. So then I can go ahead and simplify. So I'm now left with 4 divided by 4, which is 1. So x squared, 8 divided by 4 is 2, plus 2x equals, and then I'm going to keep 5/4. Okay, so if I can't simplify it, I'm going to keep it as a fraction. If I can simplify it, I'm obviously going to simplify it. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Step 3 is to take half of b, square it, and then add this to both sides. So I'm doing half of b, 2 divided by 2, which is 1, and then square it. Okay, so 1 squared is 1. And I'm going to add that to both sides. So now I have x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 5/4 plus 1. Okay, and 5/4 plus 1, I can say that this is equal to 4/4. So I'm doing 5 plus 4 to get 9/4. Okay, and then I can go ahead and do my step 4, factor my perfect square trinomial. So I know that to get these numbers, I need to do x plus 1 squared equals 9/4. And then we're going to step 5, take the square root of both sides and solve for both cases. So I'm going to have x plus 1 equals, remember, when I'm doing the square root here, I'm going to do the square root of the top and the square root of the bottom. So the square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 4 is 2. And it's a positive and a negative. So I can go ahead and solve and subtract 1 from both sides. So I get negative 1 plus or minus 3/2. Okay, and then when I go ahead and actually solve that, when I do negative 1 minus 3/2, I get negative 5/2. When I do negative 1 plus 3/2, I get 1/2. Okay, so it's the exact same process as completing the square when a is the same as 1. But there's just one extra step, and that is to make sure we're dividing by our a. And then we follow the same procedure as before.